Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope you are doing well. So today we're gonna do a luxury and sophisticated makeup look. So to begin, my skin is clean right now and I got a little bit of moisturizer. Now I'm gonna apply setting spray by Jared Cosmetics to emphasize the moisture of my skin and to really set the product to make everything melt together. Next, I'm gonna apply a glowy product by Chic Glam that I absolutely love it. And this is Glow Maximizer in the shade Frost. So I'm gonna apply focusing the product in the highest point of my face. Now I'm gonna apply Synchro Skin Shiseido foundation that I love so much. And I'm gonna apply just one pump all over my face. So I'm gonna apply the products all over like this to control the amount of product, and then I just gonna blend using a damp beauty blender because today I'm looking for a more natural finish for my skin, but not for the eyes, of course. So I'm gonna apply all over like this. And here you guys can see that it looks like skin and is absolutely gorgeous. Really light coverage because today my skin is very good. And next I'm gonna apply a cream bronzer by Fenty Beauty. I absolutely love this one. This is the shade Honey Glaze. And this is the shade a little bit darker for me, but I'm gonna mix with a beauty oil by Dennis Myricks, only 2 drops is enough for my face because it makes it easy to blend. So I'm gonna apply with a foundation brush like this. This is Mood Tasker by Sigma and I absolutely love the shape of this brush. Also, it's a very firm brush, so it's easy to apply the product and to blend, leaving the product exactly in the place that I want it to be. So I'm gonna apply where I usually contour, bronze my face, and then I just go back with a damp beauty blender and no more product in it. I'm gonna switch the brush for a smaller brush and I'm gonna just use the same product to contour the nose and around the lips. So I take my time to blend the product really well and avoid any harsh lines. Next, I'm gonna apply concealer and liquid blush. And this is the shade Bubblegum by Huda Beauty and the concealer by Still Lauder. So I'm gonna apply just a few dots to really highlight and clean up my face. This is a moisturizing formula concealer and I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna apply a few dots like this and the liquid blush as well. And I'm gonna use a smaller brush to diffuse the concealer. And the same brush that I was applying the bronzer in my face, I'm gonna just diffuse the blush. And look how gorgeous it is. So first I blend out the foundation using a damp beauty blender, and next the liquids and cream products. I just use a brush like this to emphasize the colors and to put them exactly where I want it to be. Now I'm gonna just set my face using a powder blush to start off, and I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty palette. This is baby pink, amazing. I love how pigmented it is, but also easy to blend. So I'm gonna use a fluffy brush to apply the lightest pink shade on top of the liquid bubblegum blush. And this is stunning, guys. Now I'm gonna apply the shade Happy by Rare Beauty. I know I'm using a lot of high-end products, but look this result. And tell me in the comments if this is not the most pretty pink shade for my cheeks. Oh my god, I absolutely love this combo. Huda Beauty and Rare Beauty, my favorite blush brands ever. Now I'm gonna use the highlighter by Rare Beauty again, and this is the shade Enlighten. I love this shade so much for my skin because it's too light and very pigmented, so I can choose if I want it to be natural, a natural looking, or with a lot of impact, as you guys can see here. So I'm gonna take another brush and I'm gonna apply in the highest point of my face, especially on top of the pink blush, to soften the look a little bit and to diffuse the look even more. So you guys can see how it blends into the skin and how amazing the look is when I apply my highlighter, because it just diffuses the harsh lines in my face. In between the concealer and blush, you guys can see how amazing it turned out with the highlighter. That's why I like to apply the pure finish effect of highlighter, and I don't really like to apply a glittery highlighter because it won't give me this glam finish. So I really like to use it like this in my face. And now I'm gonna switch the brush again, and I'm gonna apply in the cupid's bow, in my chin, and in the center of my nose the same highlighter by Rare Beauty, and I'm gonna use a fluffy pencil brush like this to just focus the product in the middle. When I finish to set the makeup with a translucent powder, you guys can see how amazing it turned out. Next, I'm gonna apply powder bronzer by Mount Cosmetics. I absolutely love this shade. I'm gonna use Santa Barbara. I love it because it's very easy to blend, but it's a very pigmented product. So I'm gonna use a very fluffy brush like this, and remember, I'm applying the products in my wet skin, so I don't have any translucent or setting powder yet. That's why I gotta be careful. So I'm gonna apply first. Next, I'm gonna use the translucent powder Easy Bake by Huda Beauty. I absolutely love this one. For me, is one of the best translucent powder ever. And this is how the skin turned out. And now let's move on to the eyes. So I just apply a piece of tape in the outer corners of the eye to shape the makeup look. And next I'm gonna apply a very good eyeshadow base, my favorite by Pillowies. This is the shade 05, and I'm gonna apply using a blending brush like this. By the way, this is the same brush by Huda Beauty that I used to diffuse the concealer in my face, so I'm gonna use to diffuse this product as well. And now I'm gonna use the most pigmented waterproof gel liner ever, Onyx by Melt Cosmetics, with a really thin brush, and I'm gonna apply the product in the roots of the lashes and outer corners. In this video, you guys can see how thin is this brush. Yes, just because my secret is to apply a little bit of glue, lash glue, in the bristles of the brush, and I just press them together to make it really, really thin like this. So the lines of it are so precise. That's why I get the root of the lashes so clean like this. Then I'm gonna apply a small amount of product, and I'm gonna use the Icy Nude palette by Huda Beauty. This palette is very good, stunning, and very pigmented. That's why I decided to work with the lightest shade for my crease today, and I'm gonna use the same Huda Beauty brush in the fluffy side to apply this grayish type of gray shade, transition shade, into my crease like this. Today, for the glam sophisticated look, I decided to work with cool tones. So I'm gonna use a white and beige eyeshadow mixed together in a fluffy brush like this to set the inner corners and below the brows to make it matte. And then I'm gonna take the same shade that I used for my crease, and I'm gonna apply all over the eyelid because I want this to look very soft, but at the same time focusing in the roots of the lashes. So I'm gonna apply all over the eyelid like this, applying the product a little at a time because it's very pigmented. And I'm gonna switch the brush for a firm short brush like this, and I'm gonna apply a darker shade to really set the black gel liner that I applied before. And with the same brush that I applied the gel liner, I'm gonna take this darkest brown type of wine shade, and I'm gonna apply in the roots of the lashes again. To finish off the eyes, I'm gonna use a buttery eyeshadow, and this is very glittery and sparkly. I love this shade, so I'm gonna apply with the tip of my fingers just in the middle of the eyelid and remove the piece of tape in the outer corners. And then you guys can see how amazing it turned out. I absolutely love it. So I just gotta apply lots and lots of mascara or falsies and a little bit of mascara to just stick the natural lashes into the fake ones. Now let's move on to the lips. I'm gonna use the nudish pink lip liner by Huda Beauty and the liquid lipstick Bombshell. So I'm gonna just contour my lips, and I'm gonna diffuse the edges because I really like to soften the look a little bit so it don't look so harsh. and I'm gonna apply a little bit of the liquid lipstick just in the center, and I'm gonna smudge using the tip of my fingers again. And next is just to apply a lip gloss, but this part is optional. I'm gonna use Faux Filler by Huda Beauty. This shade is amazing. I absolutely love the pink sparkles in it. This is how I finish off the look, and the contact lenses that I'm using today for my eyes, Angelic Blue by Desio Eyes. I absolutely love this shade and how comfortable it is in the eyes. So I just apply these contacts today, and this is how we conclude this makeup look. Very glamorous, sophisticated, and luxurious, the way that I absolutely love. I used cool tones for today's look, but you guys can use warm tones if you like. And remember, the important is the technique. So comment down below what you think about this makeup look, like this video if you did, and I see you in the next one. Oh, subscribe to my channel. Mwah. Bye!